So, I mean, it's a good sign where you could play in the mud a little bit and be able to pull out wins. You know, I don't like too much being in those sort of games, but I'll take it because it goes in the book. And I think that guarantees us a bye.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. We didn't do everything right, but we did enough things right to win the game. So that's what's most important.
Coach, can you talk about next play and then obviously at the end where he scores the game winner?
Yeah, it was good play that Nick and Core orchestrated. They talked about Xing, what we call Xing, where Core just kind of dove across and screened Nick man. Nick came rolling around, and we got the right bounce. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, some of the bounces late in games haven't, you know, went our way, and we got the right bounce tonight, and it helped us win this game.
Obviously, Dame got to the line. How comfortable in like give situations where Dame just figures it seems like he knows where to go in the paint and draw the foul and get to the line in those situations?
Yeah, he does that well. Probably one of the better players in the country on the collegiate level that gets to the free throw line, does a good job of using his body and creating the contact and getting to the free throw line. And it was timely for us, where you got some free throws late in the game for us. And you know, that's one of the hardest things to do, to be in a situation where you're down one and you make two, and you know you have some other free throws where the game is tied. And those are the tough ones. Everybody can make the other ones when the game is just kind of going along, but those late game ones, it's something that we practice every day. Where at the end of practice, we always shoot free throws, and we try to, as much as possible, put the guys in pressure situations for these type situations when it's late games and they're comfortable with stepping up and shooting the free throw.
Did it flash in your head to use that last timeout after the score? I guess there was 7-8 seconds left on the inbound pass.
Because I'm one where teams are celebrating and boom, we getting down the floor. Same thing happened in Cincinnati. That's how we tied the game. So they just kind of coasting down, celebrating. We pushing it up the floor. We kick it. Now, if they were back and they were set, then maybe. But I'm comfortable with Dame having the ball in his hands and being able to make that decision for us late. What you run into when you start trying to be the smartest guy in the room and call those timeouts is now you allow those guys to get their best defenders in the game to guard your set. So I like for it to be chaotic out there, especially with us with the ball. And sometimes you got to call timeouts. Sometimes you got to trust your guys and just let it go.
Turnover-wise, you had 9 in the first half, only 3 in the second half. I guess what was that adjustment like moving to the second half?
It was just, you know, their length I thought bothered us early on. We were just driving in there, getting off our feet, throwing passes. Some of the passes were sailing on us, and it was just uncharacteristic. And that's what we talked about with this team coming into the game. They, over their last 4 or 5 games, they've been averaging 20 points off the opponent's turnovers. So we wanted to do a really good job of taking care of the ball. We didn't do that in the first half. Second half, we did a much better job of it.
There was a couple stretches where it seemed like Jamil, without even scoring, was really affecting the offense, right? Drawing people and not turning it over and kicking or rebound. Like, did you see, I don't know, like a best version of that from him?
He's a threat. I mean, he's a big guy. He can score down on the post, and we knew that they were going to double team him. So we worked on some of that and just getting him to be more comfortable making those passes out of the double team. And he did that. It opened up some stuff for us. We got some shots out. It helped us generate offense tonight where we were struggling, you know, at that. He got guys some clean looks. Also was in position to offensive rebound. So, you know, from here on out, I would imagine every team is going to be double teamed. So we got to make sure we got our proper spacing and try to take advantage of that.
Aaron, every group of seniors has a different, you know, thing to them. What was it about this year's group?
Well, Ryan's one that worked to be on scholarship. I enjoyed having him around. Came in and worked every day. I respect that, especially not being on scholarship. You know, does a lot of things behind the scenes, doesn't really get the opportunity to get out on the floor and be celebrated like all the other lettermen do, but I understand his value and what he brings to this program. For Core, he's just come in and fit right in with us. It's just been low maintenance throughout the year. He's one of the guys that, you know, I depended on throughout the season. He just had a good way about him. he's another one that comes in and just works every day. Works before practice, after practice, does really well in the classroom, and it's why you enjoy coaching basketball. You know, a lot of it is people look at the wins and losses or the wins, and you know, it's just watching kids grow and develop, and just being around good kids. And you enjoy coming in and being around that every day. And with Dane, it's just, you know, it was an emotional day for me on a number of levels. With John Baum, this is his last game. He's been one of our staples around here and one of our greats, but he's a wonderful human being and just somebody that I've always enjoyed talking with and just respected. And you know, he's always sitting me down and giving me the history of the program. But with Dane, a special kid, and just watching his growth from day one when he stepped on campus and to where he's at now, I couldn't be more proud of the kid. And it's, you know, I'm happy for him. He's in a good place in terms of playing basketball, and he's leading us. And it's something that he struggled with throughout his career, where I put the demands on him to be a leader on and off the floor, and everybody don't come with that. It's not natural for everybody. But, you know, just watching him throughout the season and listening to him, he's assuming that role. And he know how important he is to me. He know how important he is to his program. He know how important he is to his teammates. And he's a father now, so he's going to certainly have to assume that leadership role, being a father. So I'm proud of him. I'm proud of his growth. Dane's going to do some wonderful things in this world.
Coach, talking about the stuff off the court and watching your players grow. Temple recently partnered with Team Impact. I know you guys have already done a couple of work with them. What has that relationship been like?
It's been good. I think anytime we get the opportunity to be of service, it's important to me. It's important to our guys. It's important to this community, this university. It's what life should be about, where we all can give a helping hand. If we're in a position of I'm not going to say power, where we're in a position where we have the resources and we can help to make somebody's day better, somebody's week better. I think the more I can present that to these guys at such a young age, the more this university can present that to these kids at such a young age, the world, this university, this community will be a better place. You know, we need more of it. Not just, we can't use athletes as the litmus test all the time. You know, we put them out and put a camera, everybody has to do it. Everybody has to pitch in. And one thing I try to tell the guys all the time, even my kids at home, is it doesn't cost a thing to be nice to somebody. Hello, how you doing? Are you okay? And we need more of that. If we look at society now and all the issues that we have, mental health and all of these things, sometimes some people just need a hug. Some people just need somebody to say hello. Some people just need to know somebody cares. Some kids in this community across the country just need hope, and we need more of that. So that's what service means to me.
Defensively tonight, even though UCF was getting back in the game late, it was a lot of free throws late, not a lot of field goals. So how did you feel about your team defensively overall tonight?
Wasn't great. I thought they got too many paint touches, too many just drives to the basket. Looked to me that they abandoned their offense and just said, we're going to just put our head down, we're going to find a matchup, put our head down, get to the basket, try to get a layup, or try to get to the free throw line. So we didn't do a good job of that. And part of it is probably because they're the #1 3-point shooting team in the conference. We wanted to take that away from them. So I thought we did a decent job of that. They were 6 for 23 from the 3-point line. So you can't stop everything. So we wanted to make sure we stopped the 3-point shooting. But we also had to bear down and be able to keep those guys from getting to the basket.
Aaron, it's been 2 weeks since Caleb's been playing. I mean, would it be fair to assume now that, you know, he's not going to play now the rest of the season?
Yeah, we're just moving on. We're just going with the guys that we got.
Questions?